Welcome to the Everything Podcast. This episode, I'll be recapping Neighbours episode 9234, which was originally broadcast on the 30th of April 2025. I'm recording this episode only a couple of weeks later on the 18th of May 2025, which is the same recording date as the last few episodes and probably more to come as well. But before I get on to my recap, please go and check out the Neighbours playlist on the channel. Which does also tend to play at some point during an episode anyway, because that's where you'll find it. It's easy, because it's all there. Because I think it's Doctor Who's got the most episodes, and then it's Neighbours. So it's up there as the most, second most rather. Without further ado, here's my recap of Neighbours episode 9234. We start off with a previous recap and the title sequence. Amanda gives Jane a tour of her room. Amanda reveals she's been at Irene Rising for a week. Jane hugs Amanda. Jane gets annoyed at Carl and Susan for keeping Amanda's attendance at Irene Rising a secret from her. Carl and Susan explain why they couldn't tell her. Jane apologises to Carl and Susan. Darcy believes Jane is lonely. Jane reveals her dad died 15 years ago. Tay spent the night with Lydia. Lydia saw through Tay. Lydia compliments Tay. Susan sees Agnes reading a letter from Harold. Agnes compliments Harold. Amanda mistakes Agnes for Madge. Byron and Max catch Tay returning home. Tay reveals he has some money and pays rent for the first month. Susan and Amanda discuss Jane. Amanda asks Susan about aqua aerobics. Susan proposes Amanda visit Ramsay Street. Agnes informs Susan that instead of her daughter arriving today, she's arriving next week instead. Agnes reveals she has submitted something. Moira and Agnes reunite. Jane informs Byron and Nicolette of Amanda being a resident at Irene Rising. Nicolette reveals why she believes Amanda is in the wrong. Nicolette mentions one of Amanda's ex-boyfriends. Byron believes Nicolette follows in Amanda's footsteps. Jane proposes Byron and Nicolette visit Amanda. Byron and Nicolette agree to do this. Tay and Lydia reunite. Tay informs Lydia that the piano bar isn't open yet. Krista plans on auditing the piano bar. Leo proposes a romantic lunch for him and Krista. Tay convinces Krista to accompany Leo, Jane, Byron and Nicolette. No? Oh no. That's why, because I forgot the full stop. Let me try again. Tay convinces Krista to accompany Leo. Jane, Byron and Nicolette visit Amanda. Byron hugs Amanda. Amanda mentions her age. Amanda reveals her feelings on Mike. Moira attempts to convince Agnes to participate in an activity. Agnes agrees to join the debating club. Max checks in on Agnes. Agnes informs Max that her daughter hasn't arrived yet. Amanda offloads about Jane to Darcy. Darcy expresses his disappointment in Amanda's reunion with Jane, Byron and Nicolette. Amanda incorrectly names Byron before remembering what Byron's name is. Byron checks in with Amanda. Byron attempts to reassure Amanda. Amanda storms off. Darcy promises to check on Amanda. Moira mentions Gino. Agnes falls asleep. Agnes insults Moira. Susan attempts to reassure Agnes. Tay helps Lydia understand what he wants to happen whilst he's working at the piano bar. Lydia wants another drink. Max checks in with Tay about his financial situation. Tay mentions Fallon. Lydia mentions Krista. Tay introduces Krista and Lydia to each other. Agnes mentions needing to apologise to Moira. Agnes reveals what she's struggling with whilst living at Irene Rising. Susan suggests that Agnes should self-publish. Susan compliments Agnes's work ethic. Darcy checks in with Jane, Byron and Nicolette. Darcy reveals why he believes Amanda has moved into Irene Rising. Nicolette attempts to reassure Jane. Jane plans on confronting Amanda over some of her comments towards her, Byron and Nicolette. Lydia is looking forward to see Tay again. Byron and Nicolette order some drinks. Jane confronts Amanda over her comments about her, Byron and Nicolette, as well as their relationship. Jane believes her nan acted closer to a maternal figure than Amanda ever did, and the episode finishes off with a preview of the next episode, and that is my recap of Neighbours episode 9234. Now, the next couple of episodes, A, are going to be Big Finish centred, and B, are going to work slightly different, because it's a news roundup of sorts. So, over the next couple of days, I'll be doing a news roundup of the 13th Doctor Adventures, which will come out tomorrow, the 9th Doctor Adventures, which will come out in 2 days' time, and Dark Gallifrey, which will come out in 3 days' time, and then I've got a big Finish recap in 4 days' time. But there is no trailer because it's new, so that's what I just thought. So that's what's coming out in tomorrow's episode and the next couple of episodes after that. But back to this episode, let me know what you thought of Neighbours. Let me know what you thought of Neighbours episode 9234 if you watched it. My recap, if you didn't, you could be your thoughts on both of those in the comments below, as well as anything else you want me to cover on the channel, such as any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode for my news roundup of everything we know so far about the 13th Doctor adventures. Goodbye.